All right, I might have to take my own advice because right now I am so frustrated by the fact that like I can't see anything more with this guy I'm seeing. And he's a great guy. He's a great guy on paper, great guy in person. And I just don't understand why I don't see more with him.
This woman just gave you a masterclass in female psychology without even realizing it. She's admitting that she cannot feel attraction for a genuinely good man, and she's confused about why this is happening. This isn't an accident or a personal quirk. This is female nature operating exactly as it's designed to operate, and it's the most damning indictment of modern women you could possibly ask for. Notice the language she's using. He's great on paper, meaning he checks all the logical boxes that society tells women they should want. Financial stability, emotional availability, treats her well, probably reliable and consistent. All the things that society has brainwashed women into believing they should value in a partner. But her biological programming is screaming at her that this man doesn't excite her, doesn't challenge her, doesn't make her feel the emotional chaos that she's been conditioned to associate with love. This is the fundamental contradiction that destroys modern relationships. Women have been told they should want nice guys, but their evolutionary psychology is hardwired to be attracted to men who display traits associated with genetic fitness and social dominance. Kindness doesn't make vaginas wet. Reliability doesn't trigger tinkles. Emotional availability doesn't activate hypergamy. But women can't admit this openly because it would destroy their entire feminist ideology about wanting equality and respect. So instead, they end up in this psychological prison where they know they should appreciate good men, but they can't feel genuine attraction for them. They torture themselves and torture good men by trying to force feelings that will never naturally develop. This woman is experiencing cognitive dissonance between her social programming and her biological reality.
Like, what made me want to see more with my exes? You know, like it's so, I don't know why I'm getting emotional, but it's so frustrating.
Here's where it gets really revealing. She's comparing this good man to her exes, the men who obviously treated her worse, were less available, less reliable, less good on paper. But those exes made her feel something this good man can't make her feel. They created the emotional intensity, the uncertainty, the drama, the push and pull dynamic that her primitive brain interprets as passion and love. The tears you're seeing aren't tears of sadness, they're tears of frustration at her own nature. She's crying because she knows on some level that she's biologically programmed to be attracted to men who are bad for her, and she can't override that programming no matter how much she wants to. She's experiencing the brutal reality that attraction isn't a choice, and all the logical reasons in the world won't make her feel butterflies for a man who doesn't activate her hypergamous instincts. Think about what this means for every good man watching this. You could be perfect in every measurable way, successful, kind, loyal, emotionally intelligent, physically fit, financially stable, and women still won't feel genuine attraction for you if you don't trigger their evolutionary programming for genetic fitness and social dominance. You could do everything right and still lose to men who do everything wrong, simply because those men activate something in women that goodness and decency never will. This is why the nice guy always finishes last. This is why women consistently choose toxic men over decent men. This is why the dating market rewards narcissism, emotional manipulation, and antisocial behavior. Women aren't choosing these men despite their flaws, they're choosing them because of their flaws, because those flaws signal genetic fitness and social dominance in ways that kindness and reliability never can.
Like, he's a great guy. He's like such a good guy, and it's like and then I don't see more with him. It's like, why? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand what is wrong with me.
She's been so thoroughly gaslit by feminist culture into believing that she should be attracted to good men that she can't accept the biological reality of her own attraction patterns. She's torturing herself trying to force feelings that are fundamentally incompatible with female evolutionary psychology. But here's the brutal truth she can't face: there's nothing wrong with her. She's operating exactly as female biology is designed to operate. Her attraction mechanisms are functioning perfectly, They're just functioning in ways that modern society refuses to acknowledge or accept. She's attracted to men who display markers of genetic fitness, social dominance, and reproductive success. The problem isn't her biology, the problem is the lies she's been told about what that biology should want. This is the outcome of decades of feminist brainwashing. Women have been convinced that they should be attracted to equality, kindness, and emotional availability, when their actual biology is attracted to dominance, challenge, and genetic superiority. They've been sold a lie about their own nature, and now they're experiencing the psychological trauma of trying to live according to programming that doesn't match their hardware. The really insidious part is that she's probably going to force herself to stay with this good man for a while, trying to convince herself that she can develop feelings for him. She'll waste months or years of his life and hers trying to make something work that was never going to work. She'll probably end up cheating on him with someone who does activate her attraction, or she'll break up with him in a brutal, soul-crushing way that will make him question everything about his value as a man. This woman is experiencing what millions of women experience but rarely admit, the complete inability to feel genuine romantic attraction for genuinely good men. She knows logically that this man would make a great partner. She knows he treats her well, is reliable, emotionally available, and probably has his life together. But none of that matters because her biological programming is screaming that he's not genetically superior enough to warrant her romantic investment. If women cannot feel attraction for men who possess all the traits they claim to want, then what hope do good men have of finding genuine love and commitment? This is why men are increasingly refusing to be good boyfriends and instead focusing on developing the traits that actually trigger female attraction. Dark triad personality traits, social dominance, emotional unavailability, abundance mentality, these aren't accidents or coincidences. These are the traits that evolution programmed women to find irresistible, regardless of what modern culture tells them they should want. But the really brutal aspect of this situation is that even when women become consciously aware of their attraction patterns, as this woman clearly has, they still can't override them. She knows she's attracted to her exes who treated her worse. She knows she should be attracted to this good man who treats her better. But knowing this intellectually doesn't change her emotional reality one bit. This is the fundamental lie that the manosphere has been trying to expose for years: female attraction is not negotiable. You cannot convince a woman to be attracted to you through logic, kindness, or providing value. You cannot earn attraction through good behavior or demonstrate your worthiness through consistency and reliability. Attraction is either there or it isn't, and it's based on factors that have nothing to do with how good of a partner you would actually be. The good man in this scenario is about to learn the most brutal lesson of his life. He's going to discover that being everything a woman says she wants doesn't guarantee that she'll actually want you. He's going to experience the soul-crushing reality that love isn't fair, relationships aren't logical, and female attraction operates according to rules that have nothing to do with his value as a human being. Meanwhile, this woman will probably go back to dating men who create the emotional chaos and uncertainty that her biology interprets as passion. She'll choose excitement over stability, drama over peace, challenge over support. And when those relationships inevitably crash and burn, she'll convince herself that she's learned her lesson and is ready to appreciate a good man, until the next good man comes along and she experiences this exact same confusion and emotional numbness. This is the cycle that destroys modern relationships. Women chase men who activate their attraction but can't provide stability, then settle for men who provide stability but can't maintain their attraction. Good men get used as emotional tampons and financial resources, while women reserve their genuine passion and sexuality for men who will never commit to them. The solution isn't for this woman to try harder to appreciate good men. The solution isn't for good men to become more exciting or challenging within the bounds of their fundamental decency. The solution is for society to acknowledge the biological reality of female attraction and stop pretending that evolution can be overridden by social conditioning. But that will never happen, because acknowledging female hypergamy and the biological basis of attraction would destroy the entire feminist narrative about gender equality and female empowerment. So instead, we'll continue to see good men destroyed by women who can't love them, and women tormented by their inability to appreciate the men who would actually make them happy in the long term. Every good man needs to understand what this video reveals. You cannot nice your way into genuine female attraction. You cannot earn love through good behavior. You cannot demonstrate your value through consistency and reliability. Female attraction operates according to evolutionary programming that has nothing to do with your worthiness as a partner and everything to do with your perceived genetic fitness and social dominance. The good man in this scenario deserves better than being someone's consolation prize. He deserves a woman who genuinely desires him, not someone who's trying to force herself to appreciate him. But in the current sexual marketplace, that's almost impossible to find.